been so good. He's made decisions at the breakdown. And it's my friend again, Kano. Whoa. I mean, how many turnovers has he won tonight?
Yes, I credited Brad Thorne with that. He did read it, I think, but Kano said, "You're not having that one, Brad. He's mine. I want another one on the tackle count."
But Wepo makes such confident decisions, and that's why he's starting at the moment.
So Hall, it's palmed back by Thorne. Approaching the final quarter. 19 points the difference. Williams. What a comeback it's been by Williams after 2 years out of international rugby. The rehabilitation which took him to Nottingham in the Championship a year ago. Nonu has the ball knocked out of his hands. He's knocked it on. A rare mistake. He's had a good night, hasn't he, Nonu?
He has, but execution, which was so good in the first half, has been poor in this second half, albeit they scored straight from the kickoff. But that was a line-out move that was supposed to come off the top. They had a full complement of strike runners. And it's all about now going through the phases, keeping continuity for New Zealand.
We've talked about the French experience here tonight. Look at the All Blacks. 4 of their top 10 most capped ever players starting tonight. McCaw obviously 100, Kevin Mialamu just behind Sean Fitzpatrick with 87, Fitzpatrick 92. Not a bad little tally that when you consider that Fitzy, his career only took him 1 year into the Sanzar era, when of course more caps became available. Dan Carter down in 5th, 85 caps. Tony Woodcock 879. They've been around the block a few times.
It's important for New Zealand not to get frustrated with Alan Renan. You can see having conversations with him. I think it was Franks this time, having a conversation. You can't get frustrated. He's made his call. But it's giving France just a little bit of a sniff.
Well, Kahu, he's got a bit of a limp. He's coming across. Colin Slade is coming on. Here comes Slade.
Time back on, please.
So the throw not straight.
Lily, scrum line out.
That real chance. Good position, good territory. Get over the gain line easily from back ball. All you got to do is throw it straight. There wasn't any competition there. Servat, that's one of his strengths.
Crouch! Touch!
So Slade has moved over to the left wing. Sunnyville Williams standing on the right wing. There's Ellis. Across scurries Cedric Amons.
That was pinpoint kicking from Carter. The ball skidding backwards to stop it going over the line. You could see Hamons there willing it to go further forward so he could have a 22 restart, but what's slightly been missing in New Zealand's game is to get easy territory with good kicking game.
Picked up by Franks. There's Woodcock.
Tried the same move there, but Ellis dithered on it too long.
Williams. So New Zealand 23 tries so far in the World Cup. Not bad, is it? Before the end of the third game. Tor up to the France 22. Ellis. Andy Williams again.
Carried well since he's come on, Williams.
Carter, the attempt at the drop. It is good. And the lead is back to 22.
Well, you can see how important that was to his team. First person there was Owen Franks, tapping him on the back. Thank you very much. We work hard round the corner. You kick us some points. Really, really, really cool. Coolly done by Carter. Very patient, and there's just no challenge there. Easy shot for Carter, for him. But smart play. Just what the New Zealand forwards would wish for.
Well, the Morgan Parra experiment has been abandoned for now, at least. He's been replaced by Francois Tranduc. There he is, the Montpellier fly half. He played such a huge part in Montpellier's challenge, which took them all the way to the top 14 final last season. He won't be so happy what he finds when he gets back home from here, because Montpellier in the new French season have yet to record a victory, but that's for another day, I suppose. He'll be concerned about getting the 10 jersey for himself. William Servat. Also in there is Julien Pierre, the replacement second row. Palm back by Bonaire. Look at Thompson going through, but the ball's gone forward off an All Black hand. And that hand was Adam Thompson's.
I think actually, I know Parra's had a tough evening, but him actually coming on now and injecting some pace into the game and energy, I prefer him coming on than Tranduc, but they started with Parra. I thought it would give them more fluidity, but when you're just losing the contact battle, it's impossible for halfbacks to orchestrate some go forward.
I know there were some views were that, well, in a game like this, when you're going to be tested, it wasn't a bad place to experiment, because defeat is not fatal for the French team here. It does just mean that they go in that so-called Northern Hemisphere side of the draw. Fed back by Pooks to Servat. Mars, the try scorer. Well, they tell us here at Eden Park that the capacity crowd is 60,000. But I can tell you, there are 856 more than that in tonight. So I don't think we'll ask questions quite how 856 got in here. But it is a full house, and they are feasting on here. A marvellous performance by the All Blacks. You have to say maybe a little bit of the fizz and the vigour and the vim have gone out of it in the last 10 or 15 minutes, but that really, Andy, is because they had this game won, what, after about 20 minutes, really?
A bit longer than that. I think it was half an hour. It's pretty ominous. France have found the space, they've just not been clinical. Their execution hasn't been up to scratch. New Zealand's has. When Parra ran the same play off a line out, his skills just weren't as good as Carter's, wasn't as deceptive. Same with Wepu at 9. You could see the differences. All about the execution and finishing from first phase.
Yeah, 3 tries in the first 22 minutes here from the All Blacks.
Early entry.
But we have seen some spirit from the French since. Maxime Mars was the poacher. He got the try. Colin Slade. It's important for him to get some confidence. He's had real problems with injury, hasn't he? Broken jaws, more than one this year already.
Seems to be a bit of a personal amount of pressure he puts on himself.
Pause. Engage.
He really does need to relax and just enjoy the opportunity.
Bonaire. Back to Tranduc. There's Vincent Clair. Mamaz. The ball's gone forward. Well, the referee has rather changed his mind there. He said the ball came back off Black. Haranordaki getting driven backwards. There is the ball for France. Yashvili, that's over the head there of Israel Dag. And the line out will be, what, 5 metres inside the All Black half.
The thing about Dag, as we've seen, is running prowess, but he's got a good boot on him as well, which gives, as Carter's so left-footed, it gives New Zealand a cracking option to get out. They haven't used it well enough just yet, but you see there, great hit from Conrad Smith. He really is the fulcrum in defence for New Zealand, with McCaw, 2 leaders in defence. Mark Lieberman, well, how many times has he done that this evening?
So Lieberman has made a change. Fabrice Estebanez has come on for Aurélien Rougerie. And Graham Henry has switched the 2 Franks around. Ben has come on for his brother Owen. There's Tranduc. He'll be eager to show the coach that he can control the game in this last 12 minutes or so. You do get a sense in the French camp that Lieberman has lost a bit of faith in his specialist 10. Well, it's perhaps why we got the experiment tonight. There's no doubt that many of the good things which happened for France, particularly against Japan, happened when Parra was at 10. Tied it up by Bonaire. Yashvili, Pooks, Vincent Clair comes across field. The knees never lift very high with Vincent Clair, but he's got such terrific cadence. Oh, it's been stolen. There's Hall. To Franks. Ellis looks up, little chip over the top. Dag is after it. Sunnyville Williams is after it. Haymons gets caught by his opposite number, Dag. Well, that's concerning. Adam Thompson is down and clearly in a lot of discomfort. It looks like the knee. Yashvili, Servat, and Dag is also hurt. Vincent Clair.
It's been a few turnovers, but much better from France, better lines.
Tranduc. There's Estebanez, the former Rugby League international. Tranduc again. There's Philly. Aaron Audicke taking it on the half volley. Changes the line of running. Julien Pierre. The All Blacks down to 14. There's Momoz. Nonu missed him the first time, but not the second. Picked up by Dusatoir. Penalty to France.
You mentioned in the first half, Martin, you were worried that the French pack had given up. Well, Dusatoir certainly hasn't given up. He's got an engine on him. Took the ball on there.
You were still offside. You played him. Didn't come from an
offside position. And as Alan Milan explains, Ma Nonu, it was so quick that he tackled him straight away and was in an offside position. And this is where Thompson, I think, hurts his knee.
Well, Thompson is up and running now. I say running. It's more of a jog with quite a heavy limp. And of course, they don't have any back row resources on the bench.
I think he's coming off. He's in real pain. Look, stops, comes back. He can't continue. He's trying hard.
Well, it's going to be Anthony Boric who's going to come on. 2 second rows on the bench to start off with. Whitelock was effectively the cover for the back row, but he went off earlier. But certainly worrying signs for Graham Henry. Adam Thompson, who had an injury coming into the World Cup. That was more arm and shoulder. Well, there is Servat. A roar from the French crowd. Can he get over? Alan Rolland's in the best possible position here. It's held up, according to the referee.
A real powerful surge there from France. Bonaire, brilliant line out forward. Takes a cracking ball at the back. And then you've got all the back, Servat. Well done, Dan Carter. He squeezes on there and holds on, latches on. Good line-out drive. They pride themselves, France, on